Light. This is a long time coming. Who is gonna break their personal records and get a one-up on the other player? I feel like this is a lot more intense. This is a much more intense finals now, Light, because
Yeah.
it's not really a rivalry in the sense that both of them go back and forth, but it's definitely a rivalry of like Zest versus Solar type, where you're just trying to. They're both tied in terms of championships. They wanna be able to be the one who says, "Yeah, I broke the tie. I broke the tie. I beat the record before you did."
Yeah, I also love how Saxy in the chat he he had already made a draft where Probe won. It's like
just Dewey defeats Truman all over again, and I know that feel. I'm glad I don't have to know that feel anymore. Here we have spawning in on Everdream EDLE Edle, which, as we all know, stands for Extraordinary Dingoes Like Eggs. Up here in eggs. That's what we'll do. Extraordinary Dingoes Like Eggs here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. The fourth time. Sorry, he's made it to the finals. Now he's looking to get his second victory. Can he do it, Light? We'll find out. He is representing the Far East Society as well as Game TV, all the way from the land of Vietnam. We have MeomaikA. The cat himself.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the OG himself, the original winner of ESL Open Cup Fueled by Dare. We have the Australian Terran representing Mind Freak Gaming. It is Seither. Did I say Paladin?
No. I thought. Wait, maybe you did. I was paying attention. I thought the game sped up, but turns out it's just whatchamacallit. I think the extractor, or not the extractor, the refinery has a skipped frame or two when it comes to. Yeah, it looks like it skips a frame or two, but only the refinery.
I don't see what you're seeing.
It like skips a frame, but only the extractor. Everything else is fine. The extractor, it looks like it skips a frame, but if frames are skipping, then it's gonna affect everything. So maybe I'm just mad.
Maybe, as we do have MeomaikA going for a pretty standard opener, going for his 3 hatcheries. Meanwhile, Seither going for what looks to be a 1-1-1 style. Oh, almost loses the drone there. Has to be so careful. MeomaikA does.
Almost loses the other drone there. Has to be even more careful.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're actually having a fairly standard game so far from both players. Seither definitely not the cheesiest player to come off of the continent, but he is definitely someone. That's a quick roach, Warren.
That is a very quick roach, Warren. It is a little bit. Yeah, it is a little bit hidden. We could see a Ravager push come out from MeomaikA. I don't think it's going to be too heavy, but like, just a handful of Ravagers.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's absolutely, from the Terran perspective, something you need to know and you need to prepare for, because you need to cover all your bases, especially if you're going for this Hellion-based opening like Seither is. It's not a very good defense against Roach Ravager.
Yeah, roaches do trade pretty well against them, so you really need to find out that this is coming to get like a siege tank prepared, or even a liberator or something.
But backing off, and speaking of liberators, like, I feel like Seither might be going for it. He's not, but he might. He could. He has the option to.
Lib range. It's coming.
Range first. I would like to look. Those of you who are unaware, it never happens because it's not as good as the alternative. But just once. I like to see a lip range opening.
So I'm a little bit concerned. I do like that once the roaches have been spotted, a banshee starts straight away. A BC takes far too long and it wouldn't be done anywhere near in time. So it is a nice call there making the banshee, but we'll see if it is in time for this roach push.
I think Seither will have what he needs to hold. We'll just have to see if he's actually able to, because he has the ability to. He has the units he needs, but at the same time, MeomaikA has enough to bust through. The bunker does go up, and the Marines immediately going in, but I think MeomaikA might have too much here. The repairing SCVs already being taken down, and what were we saying, Light? What were we saying? Hellions are not quite enough. Banshee is out. But
yeah, it looks like the repairs may just be good enough. The bunker will stay alive.
Everything not going to be enough here, yeah. 12 SCVs have already gone down, though.
Exactly, and here we have the transition. We have MeomaikA droning up behind this, and he almost broke Seither, but the repairs were good enough. The bunker stayed alive, and now we have a BC on the way. And this is what I'm a little bit worried about, because MeomaikA, he didn't scout that at all. He hasn't seen anything in the main base. He saw the Banshee, and he could just assume that it's a regular cloak Banshee opener.
I'm double worried about this Light, because as we all know, you take inspiration from MeomaikA, and he is doing what he normally does.
Yeah, and this is fine against spores, which is what he's seen, right? He hasn't seen BCs, and because of that, you do need queens or a faster spire. We do have a lair on the way, which is nice, but this BC should deal a fair amount of damage. Should. I say should because it is MeomaikA, and he's a madman.
That is, you see another run by, just MeomaikA trying to keep active on the map, and we'll be waiting with bated breath. It's only going to be one BC coming out from Seither, so he is not at all committed. Just wants to get the harassment done. And again, as we were saying, where's the anti-air? Seither is walking into range of that spore.
Yeah.
Eating out in terms of drones. Seither does not even care about focusing on the queen or the spore. Kind of forced to now, but
yeah, and that was as good a defense as you could get from MeomaikA. It's really nice there. He was making sure that he was only fighting with his queen in spore range, so he dealt as much damage as he could, but in the process he did lose 11 workers, and that is a huge hit to his economy.
Absolutely not where we want to be as the third player. Going to be supply capped for quite a while here, but we do see MeomaikA's follow-up to the follow-up.
We do. And this makes sense to me. Yeah, we do have a bunch of queens made for MeomaikA, and he's like, all right, what can I do with all these queens? Send them across the map. Makes the most sense.
That indeed it does. Seither, there is a lot of space in his main base over there where he doesn't really have eyes on. In fact, it's just outside of Seither's vision.
Yeah, and this is in the middle of Seither ramping up with his production. He does have a tank, he does have a decent army at his natural, but it isn't in position. It's not going to be sieged up in time, and we'll see how...
This is a dynamic in the ZBT, right? Yeah, this is a dynamic in the TvZ, right? Where the Terran player can defend, but it's all about positioning it well. Even throwing down a couple of spores here. The links are starting to flood in, but what's it called? GG, there we have it. I was going to say stim already completed, and sometimes that is all you need, especially when you have such a bottleneck there in the Nidus. You know, picking off the units as they come up one by one.
Yeah, GG, MeomaikA all in there and kind of gambling because he didn't see the main base of Seither. He didn't know exactly what he was going into, but he was completely all in and he gambled, and unfortunately he gambled wrong. All the queens came out, but he didn't really have any support with them. It took a long time for links to flood out alongside them, and because of that, the buyer just got on top of the queens and were able to take them down one by one. GG.
GG, and that's a good little bit of back and forth there. We do see both players are kind of on the edge of the seat. So I gotta tell you, like, I feel like that's a good sign for the games to come.
Indeed, as we are getting set up and ready for game number 2, which will be on Eternal Empire.
Yeah, a little bit of a tank sort of positioning sort of map. A lot of players are saying it's a bit more to the Terran's favor, but it's also not. It's not something where the Zerg player can't pull something off on.
Yeah, definitely. This is a little bit of a more, I don't know if I want to say standard. I feel, are any of the maps standard? I guess Nightshade and Simulacrum, I guess.
I would say maybe Simulacrum, but I feel like Nightshade started off standard, but as time went on, people started figuring, oh, this is actually a pretty good map for specific builds.
Yeah.
Eternal Empire is basically the reskin Cloud Kingdom for this current map pool. And speaking of skins, here we have it here in the bottom left-hand corner map, all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire, L-E-E-L-E, which, as we all know, does in fact stand for Ethereal Experts Loosen Energy. I was close. I almost got all four. That's what it is. Here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Zerg, all the way from the land of Vietnam. He is the cat himself, Professor Big Brain, the representative of Vietnam and arguably all of Southeast Asia. We have representing Far East Society as well as Game TV. It is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Australian Terran representing Mind Freak Gaming. It is Seither.
I just thought of something late.
Shoot.
Far East Society should make hats. Then we can call MeomaikA the cat in the hat. Party merch, get on it, Far East Society. I just gave you a merch idea.
What I would legitimately buy is MeomaikA branded cat plushies.
By MeomaikA branded, do you mean his face or his avatar that he puts in the webcam on stream?
The cat on his stream. The cat on his stream. We need that. There we go. It's the best cat.
How would you brand that, though?
MeomaikA would find a way. he always finds a way.
Apparently.
But yeah, again, we'll see what MeomaikA decides to do in this game. As again, he is more of like a very build-oriented player. He does kind of whoop out these strange.
I like it. That Reaper's jittery. But
it is.
I've seen MeomaikA go for a fairly quick third base. Quick MeomaikA standards, at least.
Yeah, he isn't looking to go for any kind of weird two-base all-in or anything like that. He is just droning up, as behind this, Seither is going for a pretty standard opener.
Yeah, he's not going for that two-base all-in, because he's going for a three-base all-in. Yeah, Seither is just about going what he went for last game. We will see if what's the word I'm thinking of? That building fusion core. There we go. We do see the fusion core pumping up.
Okay.
So it's not gonna be...
Okay, so we do have a couple of things happening. So on the one hand, we have Seither going for that fusion core, going for BCs once again, just like game number one. Meanwhile, MeomaikA has a very fast lair on the way, and we will see what he decides to go for, how many gases he decides to take. What I'm a little bit worried about, but I technically could still work, is that that Ling Hydra build that he did against Probe, he has been known to do it in ZVT. Although the timing for it is a lot more crisp because you don't have any banelings when you're going up against Buyer. It's this Hydra Ling push that has to like end the game. And it can work, and I guess if it goes up against BCs, it can still work there as well. We'll see though, as he's only taken one extra gas.
Interesting. Could just be a Ling Bane, but there's a Hydra. Then you have called it like.
Yeah.
Back to your point earlier, that is, as you were describing it to me, where you said, yeah, you go in without Banelings, I thought that is suicide versus a Bioterran player. Like,
yeah.
What would you... And I guess it's not so much suicide as it is that term that I'm thinking of that I can't come up with.
Like, it isn't suicide, it has a very strict timing that if you don't hit fast enough, then there's just too much bio. And you just can't do anything. So you have to hit it just at the right moment before the Terran gets a big enough like tank bio army to just completely annihilate the Ling Hydra. So this can work. We'll see if MeomaikA can pull it off. We'll see if Seither recognizes what's happening in time and can prepare. Because again, it's if Seither has enough bio, he can very easily deal with this.
He can. He is starting his transition. We're starting to get into that phase of the game where the Terran player is starting to really ramp up on the production facilities. There's not a lot of anti-air here. Seither does see the lair and does a couple of Hydras popping out.
Yeah.
But I don't think he might not suspect that it's going to be a Hydra Ling timing. He might just think that MeomaikA is playing for a different timing attack.
Yeah, he could just think it's just a regular like Ling Bane Hydra style. It may not be triggering with him. I'm not too sure. But the BC did scout the Hydra list and it does see everything so far. So he could be guessing what it is, as he has played against MeomaikA before.
BC is a sitting duck, and the BC goes down. Does eventually take a good amount of Hydra list with it, though.
That it does. And typically what this push does is that ideally the Terran player goes for his third base and then you push at the third, and that's what we are seeing right now. Seither is trying to go for his third base. We do have
bunkers are getting popped up.
Yeah, there are bunkers. There's a nice tank on the high ground as well in the main base, which is a very nice positioning there for Seither. And we'll see if MeomaikA is able to make magic happen with this Hydra Ling style no banelings.
Yeah, he might need a little bit more than magic. These Hydras are so slow off creep. They do not quite have muscular augments yet. And the tanks are already in position. The bunkers are almost done. MeomaikA has to hit now, not a second later.
Yes, didn't hit now. He has to get on top of the tank, and he will get on top of one tank, but the other one is on the high ground.
Fire here, but yeah, you can't really do that without banelings, as the bio manages to chase MeomaikA away.
Yeah, and you know what he's transitioning into? Infestation Pit. Are we...
Hey.
Are we gonna see ultras? Like, okay, so the timing has happened. Okay, like ideally both the tanks are on the low ground. MeomaikA gets on top of the tanks, he kills the tanks, and then he fights and he ends the game. But now with the infestation pit.
Here's the thing, like, I feel like Ultralisk wouldn't be a terrible idea. I mean, MeomaikA is a little bit low on resources, only on 3 bases, right? But still, Ultralisk would be a terrible idea. I think there we have it. I was gonna say, I feel like MeomaikA is just mad enough to go Infestor Ling Hydra.
Okay, which I kind of like, because this is his AoE, I guess, right? Like, against the bio, you go for the fungals instead of the bailing hits.
But then again, you have to wonder, wouldn't the fungals be better with banelings?
Nah. Yaku, you're making too much sense. Okay, this is MeomaikA we're talking about, all right? Like,
all right, these drops will just about pass one another. And yeah, MeomaikA taking a page off of Vivid's book there. Seither trying to go for this drop. Is there enough back at home for MeomaikA?
There's a little bit, but I don't think there's enough just yet. This is completely blindsiding MeomaikA. Meanwhile, this drop is completely blindsiding Seither as well, so we'll see which drop can deal more damage.
I feel like this is the Marines, but then again, if the Hydralisks are able to pull Seither out of position, so many SCVs go down. That's a bamboozle if I've ever seen one.
Wow, and the Marines didn't even get a kill on the base. Oh, they canceled upgrade.
Denies +1 armor.
Oh, the Orville's have to cover the Marines. They're going to try and catch it.
They are sent in 2 ends, but the Marines just don't quite have the range. And the thing is, I really like this from MeomaikA. He can keep these here, and oh well, Vikings are coming out. But if they weren't, MeomaikA could keep these here and go for another multi-prong.
Yeah, it looks like MeomaikA, he's positioning himself to try and save his drop and get them out of there, saving Private Ryan, trying to make sure they all get out. And here we have the Infestors. So Ling, Hydra, Fungal is what we're going to be seeing from MeomaikA. I've never seen this. I've never seen this.
I am a little bit worried because these Infestors, without Lings, they are kind of sitting ducks. Oh, MeomaikA, notice this. Seither's targeted down the weaker ones.
Yeah.
You gotta drop the load, Mio. Loses quite a number of Hydralisks there.
And he pulls back, and I think, yeah, I think that's the right call. That was a very expensive loss there for MeomaikA. Basically 2 full drops of Hydralisks were taken down there for free. So, yeah, he is forced back. He is getting a Hive, and there we go. Hive, still no Baneling Nest. So I imagine he's saving his resources for Ultras. I don't see Vipers coming out. I mean, maybe Vipers, it's...
Well, Vipers wouldn't be a bad call, though. He could Parabomb the air. He could throw down a couple of Blinding Clouds at the tanks, and that's when it all synergizes. You get the Blinding Clouds in the tanks, you get the Fungals on the Marines,
I'm just
Parabomb the air, and,
yeah, I'm just a bit worried that Seither isn't going to let him get to that. As Seither, he's close to maxing out, and if Seither pushes out with this army, I don't see MeomaikA having enough to stop this, really.
Oh yeah, no, he's Ling Bane.
Yeah.
But then again, if you can get good Fungals off, and the Lings can get good surrounds...
Oh, the Hydras have to be...
Yeah, he split his army here, and these are vulnerable. The Infestors being targeted. MeomaikA, you cannot fight that. You have to back away. But he's going to go for it anyway. He's going to try to get the Fungals on the Marines. Okay, backs off.
Yeah, to be fair,
that was just a shot force.
Yeah, he has to be careful. Oh, he's going to lose a bunch of Hydras there. He accidentally misrallies a little bit. And to be fair, if the Marines fight outside of range of the siege tanks and they get fungled, I do favor MeomaikA in that situation. So, yeah, I do think he was trying to bait out the Marines, but Seither, he was wise to it. He kept his Marines with his tanks, and here comes the push.
Ultralisk Cavern before you even get +1 Carapace. What is up? Yeah. We do see a flank coming down. Or there are no links here. It's just pure Hydra Infesta. And I gotta say, I'm not a fan of this composition. He's trying to buy some time for his Ultralisk to get out, but...
He is. Like, MeomaikA has so much resources banked up right now, and he's waiting for that Ultralisk Cavern to finish up so then he can make a wave of Ultras, which I do like, but he may lose 2 bases before that even happens.
You know, without Chitinous Plating as well, I don't care that there aren't any Marauders in this army. They are, they kind of die fast, Ultralisks do.
They do. Again, the Fungals will help with that if he keeps his Infestors alive. Oh my god, he has to be so careful. One of them gets caught out.
There is a Fungal there, and there's another Fungal, and Seither cannot be feeling good about this. But most of the Marines stay alive because, again, there's 180 Banelings to really capitalize on that.
Yeah, and as we were saying, 2 bases will fall for MeomaikA. MeomaikA, he's expanding to the north side, and again, like, he bought enough time where the Ultralisks are finally coming out. So with this army, with finally some kind of support with the Hydralisks, he should be able to push the army back, but the army goes back anyway. Seither, he feels like he's done enough damage. He killed 2 bases. And 2 Infestors.
Done enough damage. 2 bases, 2 Infestors, still sieging out this 1 base. And now he's getting a basis of his own, taking up to the late game.
Oh my god! And now he's rotating to the north side. If he kills that base to the north for MeomaikA, I don't see him coming back from this. It's going to be so difficult. To be fair, MeomaikA has a nice army supply. He just needs everything here together now, and he's trickling in. He's trickling in a little bit.
Unlike Chitinous Plating is almost complete.
He loses the base.
Not a good position at all for MeomaikA. The Ultra is being blocked by the Hydras. GG is called. And I gotta tell you, like, there's an old, there's advice here for Terran players, which is never underestimate the damage of Infestas. But on the other side of that, MeomaikA, don't overestimate it either.
Yeah, I think, again, MeomaikA went for this kind of all-in style. It didn't work. He tried to transition out of it. And it's just difficult in that situation. I think MeomaikA is a little bit stubborn with this style because he kind of goes into it saying, all right, I'm not going to make Banelings. And he kind of sticks with that. I feel like at some point you need them. I mean, he did a good job stalling enough to finally get the ultras out, but he never even got to use them. Like, they never even got to swipe.
MeomaikA stubborn? No. No, MeomaikA's not stubborn. Can you even imagine MeomaikA building the unit that is directly countered by his opponent's unit? Like, come on, MeomaikA's not stubborn.
I would call that a big brain play. I wouldn't call that stubborn. All right, here we go, setting up for game number 3, and this could be a 3-0. Oh no, never mind. Actually, interesting. So this is the 3rd map, and I was looking at the map picks. This was MeomaikA's pick.
What?
I know.
The Zerg player picked it?
Yeah.
All right, and somebody call Quirky because I feel like MeomaikA has something planned for this map.
He has to, because yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't favor him because this is kind of a Terran favorite map, but I scrolled up and MeomaikA picked this map, so we'll see if he has something in mind, if he tries to take the island, if he goes for the gold, if he goes for fast mutas. Like, this is a good map for fast mutas.
Yeah, it's also a good map for charting up your main.
Yeah, very much so.
And speaking of turreting up your main, we are here. We are clear on where we are. It is going to be Purity and Industry LE. LE, if you were not aware, is an acronym which means library... library... Library ecology. That's the study of libraries. Here, in the top left-hand corner of the map, all the way from the land of Vietnam, he is spawning in the upper 12 o'clock-ish position on this map. He is representing Game TV as well as the Far East Society. He is my old mate, MeomaikA.
Go ahead, Yaku.
And here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, no, wait, not in the bottom right-hand corner, more like the 3 o'clock position of the map, all the way here in the 3 o'clock position of the map, he is the man, the myth, the legend, the one who's escaped from Tarkov. Can he completely escape, so to speak, with another ESL Open Cup Fueled by Day championship? He is all the way from land down under. I come from land under. He is representing Moin Freak SC. We have old mate Sheldon, Seither.
Going for a 2 racks.
I like it.
Oh boy.
I guess if you are in the shoes of Seither, though, you might be thinking, why would the Zerg player pick this map if not for going very greedy in the early game? And I gotta tell you, like, 2-1-1, that's punishment for greed.
Yeah, 2-1-1 there. We'll see if MeomaikA is able to scout it, as again, this is close by air, so the Overlord could jump in, but oh, Seither already getting a worker kill. Jesus. Nicely done.
He's jumped in and jumped out with that kill.
Was he gonna get another one?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, Queen is here. Chases the Reaper off. And yeah, Seither knows about the 3rd base, right? Yep, no, Seither is aware.
That he is. He has scouted the 3rd. He knows where it is. MeomaikA, again, I'm curious to see what he decides to go for, because 2-1-1 can do fairly well against Mutalisks, as we do have a very quick Spire.
That it is, but only 1 gas so far.
Yeah, could this be for Dropper Lords? No,
I would actually
right?
like Dropper Lords.
Like, I would,
be slow, but you know, get early Lord speed.
I would
Once
like
again,
it as well. But
once again,
it feels...
the we try to figure out what the heck MeomaikA is doing. So
yeah. So we do have a couple more gases being taken. If we do see all 4 taken, which we don't see yet, it's not going to be a Spire. Dropper Lords, I don't think there are enough queens for that. It's going to be Spire. It's happening. Say it.
I did the Australian. 2 base Mutalisks gonna be coming up here, and this and Spoiler coming down. MeomaikA gonna be turning those Mutalisks all the way to the main base of Seither.
You didn't have to do. You didn't have to go all Aussie on me. God damn it.
Yep, gotta combine the 2. It is what it is.
There it is. 2 base Mutalisks. Kind of. We do have a 3rd, so we do have that for lava production, as well as the 4 gases, but we do have Spire on the way. Again, though, what I'm worried about is that 2-1-1, I feel like can deal fairly decently against Mutalisks. I mean, just because you have so many Marines and you're gonna have Stim, if you have your units in position, I do kind of favor you, but we'll see if they end up missing each other.
That is the if. I feel like Mutalisks are just so maneuverable that you do have to have them in position already. But actually, Seither not going for the 3rd, going straight for the main.
I like this.
MeomaikA now sees this.
Yeah, he does spot this MeomaikA, and he doesn't have any banelings, just pure lings and queens, and this is not ideal for MeomaikA.
That spawning pool actually messing up the queen. Pathing. Where's the phone? And that was a quick 3-0. Man.
Wow, I wasn't expecting it to end that quickly, but because MeomaikA was rushing Spire, he didn't have any banelings, he had minimal queens, minimal lings as well. He was cutting as many corners as he could, and GG. That's it.
Yeah, there we have it. Now, Seither, not MeomaikA, is going to be our 2-time ESL Open Cup Fueled by Dare champion, and I'm definitely disappointed that we didn't have a full-on series there, but again, it just goes to show Seither, he has been practicing a lot recently.
Yeah, GG. MeomaikA, I do feel like for whatever reason, he felt it was necessary to go full Meo in this series, and every single game he went for a different strat, for a Meo-esque strat, and opting not to play more standard, more macro focus. And like, we have seen that from MeomaikA. He can do that. He has done that before on stream, but instead he felt like it was necessary to whip out his builds, and Seither, he was ready for them. Every single one, he scouted, he was able to prepare himself. In some cases, kind of a build order win, as in the game that we just saw. He just went for a quick 2-1-1, especially on this map. You can get to the main base so quickly, and MeomaikA, he just wasn't ready for it.
No, he was not. I don't think we were ready for it, like.
No one was ready for it. Oh my god.
And with that, I suppose congratulations to Seither. Saxy, you should be having a thing. No, wait, he canceled his draft.
Yeah, he will be interviewing the winner. It won't be on stream, I believe, but do look forward to seeing that whenever it is complete. I'm sure Saxy will be on that, contacting Seither and trying to get that underway. But yeah, it's definitely cool to see. Congratulations, Seither, for winning his 2nd ESL Open Cup Fueled by Dare. Was the first, and now here he's finally won it again. So congratulations.
No, he's the last.
We do have more to come. No, don't have to be so dire there. Yeah.
We do. All the way until August, you said?
Yes, all the way until August. We have, I think, 20 iterations all up. I haven't quite done the math, but yeah, all the way until August, we are running these cups weekly. Of course, I think there will be certain weeks where we take a break, depending on the DreamHack qualifiers and when they take place. But yeah, congratulations, Seither. Congratulations to MeomaikA as well for making it as far as he did, for taking down the ANZ champ himself in Probe. You know, it's a little bit unfortunate that he couldn't take it all the way, as in these tournaments, it is winner takes all. There is no second place prize.
Tis accurate. But hopefully captured the hearts of the viewership.
Yeah.
Just MeomaikA things. Or MeomaikA doing hashtag just MeomaikA things.
Yeah. I mean, MeomaikA, he's entertaining as always, you know, coming out with his builds. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's hard to say, it's like, hey, you should play like MeomaikA. It's very much so. He's
Don't play like MeomaikA or you end up like Light. That's what I'm telling you right now.
He's very much so a player who plays in the moment, and he's very spontaneous, and things come to him, and sometimes he has the biggest brain in the room, and sometimes he has the smallest. It's
I think you just nailed it. I feel like it's less so of MeomaikA, oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing this build because it'll be crazy, but more of, I feel like this will work pretty well. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that he comes up with them very, very spontaneously.
Yeah, very off the cuff, which is definitely cool to see in a player, and it's entertaining as well, especially when it works, right? Yeah. GG. Well played. Thank you everyone for watching this ESL Open Cup fueled by Dare. Shout out to Dare Iced Coffee. They have a new sparkling lemon brew or something crazy. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Coffee.
Yeah. But I like how you're the one that knows all this, even though you've never had one.
Or I was until I was fired by Kuro.
But yeah, huge shout out to Dare and ESL as well for making this tournament happen, making it weekly, not just supporting StarCraft, but supporting Warcraft as well. So if you do want this to continue, if you do want them to continue, then support us by just watching the stream, letting people know about it, that it's happening. It's been a while since we've had a tournament like this, other than of course GPO. Before that, it's just cool to see ESL wanting to invest in the scene and wanting to take part and help it grow. I think that's the most important part. And we'll see how we go, right? We're confirmed until August. Past that, it kind of depends how we do. If they're satisfied, then we may see a renewed partnership. That would be amazing to see. That's best case scenario. I would love that. But yeah. Thanks.
And yeah, that's gonna be it from us today. We will catch you on Thursday? Thursday.
Yes, we'll be live on Thursday with Spicy League playoffs. It's very different to what we have here. It is a team league with mainly NA-based player. There are a couple of C-based players. Justice Simon and Chappie are taking part in it as well, but it is much more NA-based, with the likes of Special, Future, Jon Snow, Silky, all of those players. So if you do want to tune into that, we will be live on Thursday. There will be a countdown timer after we go off. But if you do want to tune into more ANZ StarCraft, we do this every single week at 7 p.m. KST, I believe, or 6 p.m. KST. 6 p.m. KST. And we will also be live every Saturday at 5 p.m. KST with Grand Platypus Open. So yeah, if you're a fan of Southeast Asian and Oceanic StarCraft, then do follow the channel and tune in as... Yeah. We also run amateur tournaments as well. We do a lot. So yeah, if you're interested in anything when it comes to NA StarCraft, Southeast Asian StarCraft, playing in amateur tournaments, everything's here.
If you're interested in anything, that's the endorsement. We'll catch you on the next one.
Pretty much. Thanks everyone for watching, guys. Follow the channel, follow CranKy Ducklings. Thanks, and see you in a couple of days.
Bye.
Ciao. Stay tuned. We're gonna raid someone.
We should have planned out the order of our outro.
It's fine.